Hello listeners, Matt from The Site Shed here, and I'm excited to be talking to you today because today marks our 40th podcast. Can you believe it? 40. Wow. Man, that happened really quick. We've had some fantastic traction out there in the marketplace. I'm guessing you guys are enjoying it because within 5 days we're hitting you a noteworthy and we're still there, which is a pretty mean feat. So thank you for all of your comments and thank you for all of your feedback. I'm glad you are all enjoying it. What's on the agenda? Well, we've got a lot of stuff going on. I'm actually flying off to the Great White North tomorrow. So we're heading back to Canada. I've got a couple of recordings over there with some pretty cool businesses that are working in the sustainability field. So yeah, I'm looking forward to sharing those with you in due time. We have some other cool stuff which is coming up in the space of our membership site and our forum. So stay tuned for that. And look, today we are speaking about a technical tip. So I haven't done technical tips before, but I thought, why not mark the milestone of 40 podcasts with something a little bit different? So we're talking about a product which I can pretty much guarantee is 100% relevant to every tradesperson out there listening and pretty much every small business as well. It's a product that we have been using ourselves for many, many years, and we get pretty much all of our clients onto this product because it is so good, so scalable, and just a fantastic tool. So stay tuned and enjoy this episode.
Giving tradies and contractors around the globe the tools to run a modern business. You're listening to Toolbox Talks from The Site Shed. Now here's your host, Matt Jones.
So I know in previous episodes, you've heard me bang on about cloud solutions and cloud products. If you go right back to episode 7 through till 9, I was speaking with and co-hosted with Clinton from TradeyPad, and we were talking about cloud solutions. However, today I'm talking specifically about one product. And this one product is a solution that I personally have been using for many, many years, and I know so many of my colleagues also use. And it's also a product that we strongly, very strongly suggest our customers use. If they haven't already been set up with it, we certainly try to help them implement it because we know what an amazing advantage this tool is to any organization, and for a number of reasons. So the product that we're talking about is Google Apps for Work. And when I'm saying Google Apps for Work, a lot of you are going to be thinking, what the hell is he talking about? But to give you a bit of an overview, it's basically, if you're familiar with Gmail, it's Google's professional version of Gmail, which basically means that you're using the Gmail interface for your emails. However, it's tied to your domain. So it's not an @Gmail, it's an @yourcompany.com.au, whatever it is. So the advantage of that is that your emails are living on Google's servers, which means that they're extremely safe. Google's obviously one of the largest digital corporations on the planet, and they have some extremely large safety measures put in place there to make sure that everything runs smoothly. So you can pretty much guarantee that you're not going to have any problems. Now, the email is one very small component of Google Apps for Work. And what I'm going to do today is dive in a little bit more to some of the other cool features that it has. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't have a Google Apps tattoo on me anywhere. I know that the reason I love it so much is because I know firsthand how scalable it is. And we're going to touch on some of those reasons. And then I also know how simple and how easy it is in the space of making all of your relevant business information available to you whenever you need it from wherever you are in the world from any device. So who this podcast is going to appeal to, as I said before, realistically, if you're a small business owner or you're a tradie, a contractor, whatever it is, then this is a perfect tool for you for a number of reasons. It's extremely affordable. I pinch myself every time I get my invoice because it is so minimal, to the point where it costs less than $5 an account in some instances. So it's suited for anybody that works on site. Especially if you've got staff that are located in other locations. So if you're working in an office and you've got people that are located on site, some of the tools there are very, very relevant. If you're working on location somewhere and you have people that are located in different parts of the world like I do, then it's also amazing. And then, of course, Basically, I would say anybody that does a bit of traveling or likes to be able to access business-related information, like relevant to their company, so documentation, invoices, anything like that, they want to be able to access that while they're away from any device. Could be a phone, iPad, computer, whatever it is. So why have I chosen to speak about this product today? Recently, we've had a few instances where we've had customers that have not been set up on this product. And some of the observations that I just wanted to share with you are ones that are very relevant, and they need to be overcome pretty quick. So if you're in a similar situation, I just want to hopefully maybe relate some of these to you. So firstly, they didn't have a professional email. Now, as you know, if you're trying to run a professional business, if you're walking around with an @Yahoo or an @Gmail or an @Hotmail email account, then it's pretty unprofessional. I mean, I know personally I would never do business with anybody that's sending me an email from an @Gmail account. I think it's just pathetic. So it addresses that situation by giving you your professional email, which ties to your domain. The other observation that I've had with people that do not have this product is that their emails are currently crashing on them frequently due to the fact that they're hosted with a certain provider that may not be as reliable as they would need. So we've had scenarios where customers' emails have not been sent, they haven't been receiving them, they've lost the emails so they can't retrieve them. Just things that really you do not want to have to bother with as a business owner. You just want to make sure that it works. So they're the main two problems that we see, and Google Apps for Work certainly addresses both of them quite helpfully. Now, I'm not going to dive too much into all of the different areas of Google Apps, because what I'm going to do coming up is a short series on it where we're going to break down into some of the different areas and speak more specifically on what is actually available through that entire suite. However, I am going to touch on a few of them. So we've already touched on the email side of things. With the Google Apps suite, you get a program called Google Drive. Now, for those of you that are not familiar with Google Drive, it's basically a cloud storage facility. So it's effectively, you think of it like your filing cabinet, but it's up in the cloud. So what it can do if you use it properly, and we're 100% paperless at Tradieweb, guys, and we have been for a number of years now. So we don't have any filing cabinets. We don't have any bits of paper lying around, invoices, anything like that. Everything's cloud-based. So if I ever need to grab any information that's relevant to a customer, a project, whatever it is, I can search for that project through Google Drive and I can find those files within there. They're all saved there. Doesn't matter if I've got my computer with me, doesn't matter if I've got my phone, my iPad, whatever it is, I can access it and I can then forward that information to whoever needs to be receiving it. So that is a pretty cool feature. What it basically means is you don't have to be dependent on any location. So it doesn't matter where your filing cabinet is kept because it doesn't exist. It's all in the cloud. The other thing as well is it also enables you to have collaborative functionality. So if I did want to share a document with a staff member or somebody, one of my clients, for example, I actually have permission settings on my document. So I can send them a document, and then if for one reason or another I don't want them to see it anymore, I can change that permission and they won't have access to it. So it's very scalable in that regard as well. There's a fantastic cloud-based calendar that comes with the suite of apps. And the advantage of the calendar is that you can create calendars for your staff members, enabling you to share your day planning schedule with them. And likewise, the other way, if you have staff where you want to know where they are throughout the day, you can actually give them their own calendar. You can populate it with jobs, for example, or tasks, and then you can get an overview of where they are at any given time. So that's a pretty cool feature as well. And again, it's all cloud-based. It all works off your phone, your iPad, or your computer, and you have permission settings on that, so you can share it with whoever needs to see it whenever you like. So anyway, that's pretty much all I wanted to speak about in the space of Google Apps today. I didn't want to give away too much information. What I'm going to do is in the show notes, I'm going to post a link to a blog that I wrote a little while back, which can give you more information to the product and the features. So I thoroughly encourage you to go and check that out because it is extremely beneficial for any organization. I think to adopt a product like that it just brings everything so much closer together for everybody. It really is a great tool. So anyway, that is the end of this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for being a part of the community. And this is the 40th episode, as I have already said. So I'm pretty excited about that. And I got you all to thank for your support. And once again, if you have any comments, please go ahead and leave them in the show notes. And if you can go and leave us a comment on iTunes, Stitcher, or SoundCloud, that would be amazing. Thanks, folks. Ciao. So if you haven't already, head across to thesiteshed.com and register for our Toolbox Talks, where you'll be regularly sent great episodes just like this straight to your inbox, so you'll never miss one. If you want to join the community, you can head across to thesiteshed.com/members, where for a small monthly fee, you'll get access to regularly updated training material, as well as access to our forum, where you can mingle and collaborate with trade-based business owners just like you from all over the world. If you're enjoying this podcast, please head across to iTunes and leave us a 5-star review. We greatly appreciate it, and it helps us spread the word and reach the masses. Likewise, if you know anyone that might benefit from the content we create, then please go ahead and share this with them.
You've been listening to Toolbox Talks by The Site Shed. For more great content just like this, head across to thesiteshed.com and join the amazing community of savvy trade-based business owners.